Hey guys, it's Arlette from Chasing Joy, and I'm back with a baby making update. So I am still prepping for IVF. I have still been working out and focusing on trying to eat better, and I've lost about 10 pounds. I still have about 10 to go. Things have stalled a little bit because I hurt my knee. I don't know how I hurt my knee. It just started hurting really bad one day, and I really had to cut back on my exercise. But I'm finding new ways. I've been doing like the bike, and today I also did I don't even know what it's called, the machine where you kind of pedal with your hands like this. So I did that today, and just still trying to stay active and burn calories, but it is much more challenging without being able to do Zumba or to run. But I'm still focused. But one thing that I've been thinking a lot about that has been bothering me for the last couple months is what happened to my skin. I don't know if you guys can see. I'll try to get close. I have little like bumps all over my forehead. Oh, you can see them in the light, right? It's terrible. And I have like a pimple here, and then last month I got a big pimple in my nose. My coworker thought I got a nose ring. It was that big. So I've been wondering what happened to my skin. I've always had pretty good skin. I mean, I would have hormonal breakouts around my cycle, but nothing like what I've been experiencing the last couple of months. So bothering me. I couldn't really figure it out, and then I happened to be on a message board forum in the Single Mother by Choice online community, which I like a lot and recommend for anyone who's, you know, thinking about the journey, or is a single mother by choice and you just want to connect with other either other people thinking about it or doing it, or more experienced moms who've done it and maybe they have like older kids. I recommend the forum, and I'll post the link to it below. But anyway, I'm on a message board forum, and someone was I guess they were talking maybe about IVF or IUI, I don't really remember, but someone responded and they recommended some supplements for them to take, and the one was the DHEA, and they said one of the only side effects was acne. And then it actually made me feel excited, because that's it. That's what's wrong with my skin. I'm having acne because of the DHEA. So, though I'm very annoyed that my skin has all these little bumps and, you know, pimples, I am feeling excited because I feel like if I'm getting a side effect from the DHEA, then maybe I'm also getting the benefits of the DHEA internally. So anyway, that leads me to today's topic, which is supplements. A few weeks back, or maybe even a few months back, sorry, someone asked in the comments what supplements, if any, was I taking. So I'm just going to share with you guys all the pills that I'm taking on a daily basis. So obviously I'll start with the DHEA, since that is the one that's giving me the breakouts. So I'm taking 25 milligrams of DHEA 3 times a day. That is the amount that my reproductive endocrinologist or fertility doctor recommended for me. So I am not recommending any of these things, by the way. I am not a doctor. I am not a nurse. I am not a healthcare professional. So I am not recommending that anybody who's trying to conceive or maybe pregnant or anything like that go out and take these. I'm just simply sharing what I'm doing. So, you know, proceed at your own, I don't want to say at your own risk, but proceed using your best information from your doctor is the best way to go. So anyway, I'm doing DHEA 25 milligrams 3 times a day. I should be taking them, I guess, like every, you know, 6 or 8 hours, but honestly, I'm good about taking it 3 times a day. I'm not good about remembering to take it in the morning. So sometimes I'll forget all day, and then I'm like, oh crap. So then I'll take one like at, you know, when I get home from work, then another with dinner, and then maybe another if I have when I go to bed. So I'm not really great about spacing it out. I should get better, but I am taking it 3 times a day, 25 milligrams. In the morning, I am taking Synthroid, 50 milligrams. My thyroid, I've mentioned in videos probably a while back, my thyroid is, I guess it's underactive since I'm taking Synthroid. However, it's in the normal range for a healthy adult woman, but it's not in the optimal range for pregnancy. So they played around with it for a bit, and for the last few months, the 50 milligrams of Synthroid has been good. So I take that first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Okay. What else am I taking every day? I am taking, obviously, a prenatal that has folic acid in it. This one has 800 milligrams. I really like these Rainbow Light Prenatal Petite Mini Tablets because they're smaller, but the trade-off is you have to take 3 of them to get the same that I guess you would in 1 pill. But I'll try to hold it. It's pretty small compared to the other prenatals that I tried and could not swallow. So I like those. Another reason I like this Rainbow Light brand that I'm gonna try and stick with for most of my vitamins and supplements if I can is because when I was pregnant at the end of last year, if you didn't know, I was pregnant once and I had a miscarriage. But while I was pregnant, I was reading the book What to Expect When You're Expecting, and they have a like a, I don't want to call it a checklist, but they list the different vitamins and nutrients that should be in your prenatal and about how much. And when I compared that to, like, initially I was taking like a gummy prenatal from Target, it did not really measure up to what it said I should be getting from the book. I was taking the gummy because, again, it was easier to intake because I could just chew it up instead of swallowing, but it didn't measure up well. So when I actually wrote out all the things on a little sticky and took it to the vitamin store with me, and this Rainbow Light Prenatal Petite measure came out pretty well. Also, there are online calculators to check out your vitamins, and when I've put in the Rainbow Light brand, I think I got like an A-. So I thought that was pretty good. So I'm going to be sticking with that brand. Anyway, so I'm doing the prenatals. So it's 3 pills because it's a petite mini tablet, and I take them usually right before bed. I heard some women experience nausea and things, especially when they are pregnant, from the prenatal. So I just already got in the habit of taking it before I go to sleep. So hopefully when I am pregnant, hopefully I won't have that symptom, but if I do, hopefully taking it at night will help. Okay. Another thing that I'm taking every day is metformin, and I'm taking 500 milligrams of that. I don't know if you can see without seeing my name. Metformin. That is for insulin resistance or regulation of insulin and blood sugar. I am not diabetic. I am not even pre-diabetic. However, my A1C does measure too high. It's still not in the pre-diabetic range, but the way that the doctors explained to me, it's in the range that a person who will not develop diabetes in the future would never have an A1C as high as mine. So it's definitely indicating that there's a very high chance I will become diabetic in the future, which is not surprising. I have family members with diabetes on both sides, and I am overweight, and for years I've experienced like feeling sleepy immediately after eating things with carbohydrates. And I know a lot of people feel sleepy, but I mean to the point where I can't even eat certain things at work because I literally can't keep my eyes open, and it's very embarrassing. So I'm not surprised that my blood sugars were running higher than normal. And so they told me to take the metformin because even though technically I don't meet the guidelines for it, because I'm trying to get pregnant, it also well, that's my new kitten Buttercup in the background. If you guys saw her run past, sorry. But anyway, they felt that the metformin could help keep insulin levels stable, which can help you with your fertility. Because I guess if your insulin levels are crazy, it can interfere with the different hormones and the follicle production or ovulation patterns, all that. So it's kind of like, can help me with fertility, plus if I'm already on it, and I'll likely end up taking it during the pregnancy, and hopefully it can ward off gestational diabetes. So taking that every day. What else is in the bag? Okay, CoQ10, 200 milligrams, 3 pills of 200 milligrams, so that's like a total of 600 milligrams that I'm taking every day. That was also at my doctor's recommendation, and she said it's fine for me to take all 3 pills together, so all 600 milligrams at one time, versus the DHEA, she said to take 3 times a day, so just eat 25 milligrams 3 separate times. I don't know why that is, but I'm gonna just trust that the doctor understands how these things work better than me and do what she says. So I was taking them before bed, but lately I've been having some trouble sleeping, and the more I've learned about the CoQ10, I've learned that it helps with energy production within the cells. So one side effect could be that it gives you more energy, which is great, but maybe not so great at bedtime. So I've been starting to take that earlier in the day if I can remember. Like I told you guys, I have trouble remembering to take the pills in the morning, other than the Synthroid, because as soon as I wake up. But once I kind of get going with the day or get to work out, I sometimes forget. So I've been doing it closer to dinner time, which is still kind of late. I really should move it up, but I figure that's better than bedtime. And oh, the thing to remember with the CoQ10 is there are 2 varieties. There's ubiquinol, which is what I take, and then I think the other is called ubiquinine. I know it ends with an E. So the ubiquinol, the one that ends in OL, is the one that you want to look for if you decide to take them, because that version of the CoQ10 is more easily absorbed in the body. So if you're going to take it, I know you're going to want the biggest bang for your buck. But speaking of that, it is way more expensive. This bottle of 120 is costing me about $99. I'm sure I could probably research online and find it cheaper, but I just been getting it at my local vitamin shop, and that's what it costs, versus the other one, which was like probably like $15 or less for the same amount. So it is a lot more expensive, but what it's supposed to do, like I said, is with the energy production within the cells to help with egg quality. And the DHEA is also supposed to help with the egg quality. And I mean, I read in a book that I'm reading that I'll talk to you guys about more later. It starts with the egg, that it could actually help with follicle count. Now, some people don't think that, but I'm hopeful that it will. But either way, the DHEA and the ubiquinol both help with egg quality. So, all right. Then we have vitamin D. So if you go to a fertility specialist, one of the first things they might do is to test your vitamin D levels, because they have discovered that insufficient vitamin D does impact your fertility. So when I first went, my vitamin D was low, and they told me to take, like, I don't even remember, like some crazy amount, like maybe like 4,000 international units a day or something, like 2 or 3 times the recommended dose on the bottle. So I did that for a few months, and then my numbers were good. And after that, they just told me to just, you know, do the regular amount. So before, this was just like a Vitafusion. I've been doing these as a gummy, and the one I had before was like 3,000 international units. This one's only 2. So I do take like 3 of these to get up to like the 3,000 per day. But anyway, so vitamin D every day. And the 2 new ones that I've added recently, after reading the It Starts With the Egg book, and I'm going to talk to, I haven't been back to my doctor in a couple weeks to discuss these, but I feel like they're harmless, but I'm going to double check, of course. There's vitamin E and vitamin C. I am only taking 200, which is the recommended on the bottle. And for the vitamin C, I've been doing about 600 milligrams. Both are the recommendations of what I read in the book. It Starts With the Egg. And the theory behind the vitamin C and the vitamin E is that they are, oh my gosh, I just forgot the word, antioxidants. Yeah, I believe that's the word, antioxidant. Yes, it says it on here. Essential vitamin and antioxidant, says it on vitamin E. From what I read in the book, the belief is that the antioxidants help with follicular development, that as you get older, your cells don't stand up as well to like oxidation and other toxins and things you might have in your body. So having some extra antioxidants in your system kind of helps protect the follicles a little bit, and also contributes to egg quality. So that's it, guys. My bag is empty. There's all my pills that I'm taking. I kind of feel like an old lady or something taking all these pills, but it's all a supplement diet. You know, I've struggled with my diet my whole life, so I know that I'm not getting all the things that I need from my food. So I'm willing to take them, especially if it gets me a baby, if it does what, you know, it says it does, if it improves my egg quality, if it helps with my follicle count. As I prepare for this IVF, I'm all for it. So I hope that answers your question. To the people who commented on my video asking what supplements I'm taking, let me know what you guys think. Do you know, for those who have gone through IVF or preparing, did you take any of these? Did you notice a difference if you had maybe done a cycle before and then a cycle after starting the supplements? So just let me know, and I hope that this answers your questions. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.